Let's get in position. No, what are you doing? Don't open the gate. Hello everyone, Sabaki here, and welcome back to another episode of the Nine Realms here in Aska, where we are in our farming outpost that we put together last episode, where our farmer is currently enjoying his bounty as well. Literally has access to all the meat soups in the world he could possibly ever want and chooses to chow down on a dirty raw carrot. Brilliant. We have a week until the invasion, and I don't even know where it is. If I go on the map right real quick, if we come a bit closer to home. Yeah, we haven't discovered the invasion portal this year, so that is a top priority. And then once we found the portal, I'm going to go back home and explain what we're going to be doing this year for this invasion. It's something very, very different than what I've done before. So let's go. As I'm going through this copse of birch trees, I'm reminding myself, I am reminded that I need to set up a birch outpost. We'll probably do that in the spring. And as I go into the wolf den, I realize we should probably set up a wolf farming outpost. There's a graveyard up ahead. Hey, you know what? How about I get myself distracted immediately? We haven't killed Skeletroll yet this playthrough, and what better time to do it? Ow! Ooh, you cheeky bastard. But yeah, who doesn't want to head into a cemetery in the thick fog to fight skeletons and then necromancer overlord? Sounds like a plot to a bad B movie. Or a good one, actually. You know, you can endlessly block his little balls because they do no damage. They do a lot of dot damage, but you can't put a dot on a piece of wood. Oh, you're behind me again. Always behind me, you cheeky bugger. Dodge away from the AoE. This is terrible positioning. Oh. Yeah, that was quick. We really do need those elite enemies. They gave us more weapons, better weapons, more strength, more power. And now everything dies that bit faster. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. I grab the Jotun blood. I'll be needing that. Grab the artifact, the air artifact. A little less useful in my playthrough, though, because I've gotten super lucky with retired bowmans. Which way was I heading? Now that that's out the way. Where's my giant beam? I can't see. I can't see my giant beam of light because it's so foggy all the time. We're in autumn now. It's only about a week until winter. We're in autumn and it's nothing but fog. There's my giant beam of light. Okay, well, no such luck here. I came to where the last invasion portal was, just on the off chance it came here again. But no chance. So where are we? Right, we'll just run... I guess we'll just run west. We'll get to about there, take a look around. If not, we'll head north. And what the heck? What? I was in the map. I was in the map for about 5 seconds, and now I can't see a thing. Editor Bucky started boosting up the brightness for you guys, but I don't think that's going to matter, because I'm watching this live. I can't see a thing. I don't think there's going to be anything to boost. I'm just going to take it nice and slowly. It's very cinematic, though. Oh, here comes the fog again. Endless fog. Endless fog. This is proving to be quite difficult, finding a portal when I can't even find my nose. Whoa! I found a smoker. Where are you going in a hurry? Is there something over here? It's like a wolf den or something that I'm about to walk into or stumble upon. You know, I was running to my next post over there, and then something made me jump. It turned out it was just the rain starting, but as I was turning my camera, I saw a faint bit of blue over there. There's the thunder punctuating my discovery. So I think I ran right past it in the darkness, which, you know, isn't surprising by any stretch. But here's the first mine we came across. Still haven't opened it. Might think about doing so a bit further down the line. We're going to need extra iron production at some point. But yeah, this is definitely the portal. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Let's give it a sprint. Let's tag it. Get it on the map so we know where it is. There we are. Right, we'll pop that on with our eyes. So let's take a look at things. Eye of Odin. Pretty much due north. They're gonna run due north. I reckon they'll go to the outside along here. And maybe, which is fine because we've got a barracks. We've already got 2 watchtowers in place. We have a gate here as well where we can meet and defend them. So maybe building some defenses up here are in order. But cool, there it is. I'm going to head back home, and in the morning, after I prepared a few things, I am going to explain my grand defense plan. See you then. The sun is up and I can finally see more than a foot ahead of me, so if you haven't immediately guessed what I'm doing based on where I am going to be making my very first trench defense. Trench defense, I like that, name of the episode right there. Anyway, trenches, and by extension earthen walls I suppose, are things that I've covered on my channel before, but not something I've actually done yet, mainly because I always felt it was a bit of an AI pathing cheese. But you know what? Trenches and earthen walls used to be used in the past. In fact, they are very useful, very real defensive measures, so much so that we still use them to this very day. So yes, it might be a bit of an AI cheese, but that's because by nature, they're designed to be a HI cheese. I've said cheese too much. Now I'm hungry. But anyway, yes, we will be going with the trench, but, and this is a big but here, we are going to have some criteria that I'll get into in a second. But first, let's discuss how to start this thing off. So we have a point of access here where we're standing, right next to our cottage here. And then on the other side of town, we have a point of access here between those 2 towers. And the goal for this episode is to build a trench from probably about here all the way around and then up here. I don't have the time to do it all the way around, so that is probably about as much as we can get done. We have 6 days and I'm blabbering around here talking, wasting daylight. Now the criteria is I don't want it too deep. I don't want one of those ones that I've done in my showcases where they're like 40, 50, 100 feet deep. And I don't want an earthen wall that's 100 feet tall either. I want something a little bit realistic, so the height of a human, really. And I know there's no way to, like, test distances and heights, but I would imagine about 6 foot is what I'm aiming for. I did a very, very minimal amount of research, and, you know, Vikings, Romans, they used to build trenches. Sometimes those trenches got to about 6 feet deep, so that's our target. On the question of how, terrain level field. That is probably going to be all we need because, again, we're not going so deep that we're going to need to rely on the Rainmaker or the Watchtower to sort of like cheese the red cells and, you know, the height differences. I think because we're keeping it on the shallower end, we should be able to just do a terrain level field straight ahead in line with that wall that we currently have. And that's what I'm lining up now, or what I was intending to line up. It seems like just by chance it happens to be lined up anyway, but I did want to show you this. Because if you hit Q and E when it's on that, you know, the step before you actually confirm it, you can rotate it. And I know it's actually on the tooltip there. You can see it written in front of you. But I've never done that a single time in my whole time playing. Didn't know it was a thing until I saw somebody post about it on the Discord. So if anyone out there is like me and you didn't even know that was a thing, press Q and E. You can rotate, you know, your landscaping things when you've placed them. Also works for farms. Now, will I be able to get it back as perfect as I had before? Oh, I know how to test this. Why wasn't I doing this before? Just make it in line with the actual physical wall and not stop trying to eyeball it. Yeah, that looks good. That looks bloody marvelous. All right, let's start this thing off. Let me show you how. So we want to take the lowest point of land available to us, and that would be water level here at the lake. Look at that guy. He's been fishing for like 2.5 years now. Just having the time of his life. So, yeah, we want to take the lowest point we can, which will be by the water here. Ooh, actually. Okay, let's take that and try and get... No, wow, did I get it, like, first time? I really did. So that is the lowest point. Can I get closer into the shore there? I think... I'm fiddling. I'm going, like, pixel by pixel here. There. I think that is as low as we can get. And we just want to do a pilot run right up here. As far as we can go. And I cleared out all the obstacles. There are a couple of skeleton corpses. There are a couple of tree stumps. There's another tree stump. We'll just get rid of that now so it doesn't interfere with the next line. And this is going to be a priority for what it's worth. I do have that build that takes 15 sticks and 2 logs. I don't know if they actually have the resources up there, but I'll tag it as a priority as much as I can. And then I don't need to go all the way out. I want to try and preserve as much of the land as I can. I don't want it looking awful. So we're just going to start about here, and we're just going to start chipping away at this, and we're just going to see what it looks like. Now, there is no way that I can think of to make it deeper. Actually, there's one way I can think of to make it deeper. I might give it a go if I feel like this isn't going to work. But I noticed in the last episode when I had to blow up one of the rocks next to a farm that bombs actually leave a little dent in the ground. All done.
A lot of craters now, though.
We can maybe get a tiny bit lower if we need to, but I think this is good. Can I run up here? I can run up here, but I'm a human and I can sort of like... He can't. That's a good one. He can't. He had to go around. I think we got it in a 1, to be honest. I think this is great. I'm happy with this because it is, it's already 1 p.m. It's just been talking too much. So I'm going to get up here. I'm just going to drag this out as long as I can. The trench, not the episode. I try not to drag my episodes out. Alright, now, the idea was, of course it'd be great to have my villagers helping, but I don't really know where they are. We're going to get a new villager in a minute. We are low on villagers, actually, because I did like, move 80% of my builder workforce over to the farming outpost, which has a name, by the way. I forgot to mention. I'll do it in a second. I want to finish this. But yeah, we don't have any people living here. Now this trench is... Yeah, this is about as deep as I would want it. So if it gets any deeper, I will show you how I figure to fix it by using the road tool to sort of like even it out and then take a slightly higher and then, you know, chip at it there. But I think this is a little acceptable. Maybe a little deep. See, this is also the downside about doing trenches is things start floating, plants start growing in the midair. Kind of like it messes with the aesthetics. I try to keep things as realistic as I can. Floating stick. Hello, headbutt. Come back here. Okay, great, thank you. So yeah, I might try and raise this section in a bit. We'll see how it looks when all is said and done. Grab you, floating bark. There it is. Burger? Biger. I don't know. So he is a he's a good farmer. I mean, the farming episode is done, but oh, we're getting a bit shallower actually. I think we just went through a weird bit. I think we'll leave it. I think we'll be able to leave it. Let's dismantle you. How does it look? Yeah, honestly, I think that's great. That's not too egregious. That is not terrible. Can I hop over this? No, I got a bunch of stuff on me I want to get rid of. Yeah, the downside is it's like super messy out here. So, oh, I forgot we have a big rock in the way. We're gonna have to bring some bombs anyway and get rid of that. I just want to get rid of all of this, like these items I'm carrying. I want to summon another villager. That's something I want to keep on top of this episode too. It is gonna make the invasion harder, actually, because the more villages you have, the more, the stronger invasions or whatnot will be. But yeah, I need the workforce, I need the hands. I have big plans for next year, assuming we survive. I think we'll survive. This trench is going to be fantastic. Audible groan. Rain Dancer, Stone Clumsy. I can't go for the monk body. They have a smaller health pool, so we're going to have to go with Gunhild. Gunhild? Probably Goon, right? With that U. I know. I'm not getting distracted. It's all part of the larger plan. But I need some Jotun blood, so I'm going to go kill some followers. I need to always have 5 on hand. We need to keep those villagers back to back as much as possible. Thank you. That was a good one. Right, let's clear out the south side real quick. Get us some Jotun blood. Come on, buddies. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, there's 3. Oh, there's 4. Oh, ow! Oh, dear. Now, there is a possibility of getting stun locked. if they... Oh, no, I'm getting stun locked. I'm getting stun locked. This was bad. This was silly. Oh, my days. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Give me my shield. Okay. I have a shield for a reason. Oh, that was silly. That was silly. I got what I needed to, though. My warrior over there, crashing someone else. A follower over there, crashing into my wall. My defender's working hard over in Jotengard. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that again in a hurry. That was 4 followers. And they definitely chain stun. I want my guarantees, and that's all. Beautiful, beautiful sunset coming in. We are already on, like, the second sunset. This episode's going way faster than I, had, planned for. Or is this just me getting distracted? Right, so I took a walloping over there, but I should have somebody working. I thought I did. I thought I had 24-hour... Or maybe it's just nighttime. Let's see. Is anyone working here? Oh, wow. My health is... We were seriously close. That was a lot of chain stun. And yes, we do have a worker. Slap me better. Punch me to life. Time to delete the hedge gate. It's alright. We'll put it back together again soon. What I do need... I need to do that so I can terraform out. Oh, I just lost my alignment though. Yeah, I think that will do. 9:45. We'll get a blood moon or not in a few moments. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Are we gonna get one? I guess not. I guess we have an easy start to the episode. That's nice. Appreciate that. This part, I'm not going to use the landscaper. I'm going to use the rain collector just to finish off this area here. The downside is you have to dismantle it, which, is a menu. It's a click, click, click. But that looks good. That looks good. You can maybe tidy it up over here a bit. That looks good. Okay. Perfect. I'm not going to put the gate in again because I might dismantle the whole fence and bring it up closer to the wall. I want to see how much time I have at the end of the episode, though. I like how it's really, really rough. I didn't want it to be perfectly flat. I didn't want it to be straight. I didn't want it to be like a 90-degree drop. I wanted something that looked a little more natural, and this looks a little more natural. We're about to hit the rock. I'll have to bring some bombs for the bit after this. Not to worry, that's more fun. Bombs for farming in the last episode. Bombs for trenches in this episode. Bombs quickly became one of my... one of the most versatile things in the game. Smoker hunting too. Is there anything a bomb can't do? What was that? It's way too late for a blood moon. Invasion spawn over there. Okay, so we've got a wolf attack or we got a bear attack. Good thing I took a nap so I can sprint a bit faster. And no, sorry, I still have not built any defenses by our fishing hut. And every time something like this happens, I'm reminded I need to build some defenses. Whatever it is went the long way round. They're going towards the woodcutter. What is it? What spawned? My hedge wall. It was a bear. Where is it though? Oh, I saw it. Okay. I didn't see it. I saw a flash of its attack. Well, 50-50 and we chose the wrong way, but this is where the trenches will help because, enemies won't be attacking random sections of wall anymore. They'll only be attacking, entrances. Oh, I've never attacked with the UI on. That's why things die so fast. We're hitting like a truck. What about a power attack? I guess if I didn't miss. And down. Bear has, in fact, been defeated. I'm too lazy to harvest it myself, so I'm going to throw together a hunting marker right there. And there should be some sticks. Yeah, the sticks right next to me. Right, with that minor emergency out of the way, it's time to head back to the trench. Actually, I'm going to make some bombs. It's time to make some bombs. That's more fun. So we should have plenty. Oh, we have plenty and then some. We have so many exploding sacks. There's got these maggots. There's a reason I've shipped them out here. If you're wondering why has Sabaki shipped all those maggots, what is wrong with him? Is he disgusting? Yes, but also I have a big plan for them that we're going to be doing in the spring. So that's why I have a storage is full of maggots just laying around. I need some way to transfer these. I'm not going to walk backwards and forwards 5 times. Oh, here is a cart that has been abandoned, I think. If not, it's mine now. Thank you very much. Oh, I think I left my cart up in I was going to say the farming outpost, but I've named it. Sorry, I have to do this now because I'm going to get distracted and forget if I don't. 2 things to do real quick. Thank you all for your suggestions. I loved every last one of them, but we had a clear-cut winner just because of the sheer amount of time and effort that went into it. Big thank you to Frostar11 for your suggestions. We are going to be calling the farming outpost, we're going to be calling it Blaubeer, which means Blueberry Acres, which is just a beautiful, beautiful name for it. And it's also super fun to say. Blaubeer. Blaubeer. I have to get used to saying it. And there was one more suggestion that got an equal amount of support that I absolutely cannot leave out. So that is going to be the name of our food storage warehouse here. So let's come into here and rename it again. And it's going to be called Kroger. Absolutely love it. Fantastic effort. Thank you all so much for your suggestions and keep me on point with the pronunciations. Okay, back to the trench and the very important preparations for the hordes of undead that will be here in less than a week. Also, I'm just itching to blow some stuff up. Hello, Editor Bucky here, just jumping in real quick. You know when somebody says, look at this, and the more you look, the worse it gets? Yeah, enjoy this one. Dude! What the heck? There's a bomb there! Oh. Dude! The tree's falling! What the heck is wrong with you? Do you have a death wish? Bloody hell. All that for a mushroom? Jesus Christ. Bet you're going to eat that too and get a tummy ache. Absolute mental mad lad. Alright, let's tidy this up and bring it on out. Oh no, I broke my hoe. That's why you bring extras. Look at me, thinking ahead for once, not leaving everything to the last minute, not forgetting the... Oh, that was a piece of firewood. Not forgetting the obvious things. So this is what we got so far. I think we're about done with the south side of the village. I'm going to have to bend it around along that side in front of those two watchtowers, but I'll do that in the morning as it is about to get super, super dark in about 5 seconds, and I want to prepare for any potential blood moons. But yeah, can't get up this myself. The enemies will have absolutely no chance. They're going to be funneled to these little walkways across the trench. Gonna be good. Gonna be so good. Oh, I forgot I filled this up. We can get 2 more villagers. Steadfast Resolve, Sunrise Vigilant. Fishing in the summer. We'll go with Jarl. I don't need a Steadfast Resolver. Not getting good combat perks today, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, so there was no blood moon tonight, and instead of working on the trench in the dark, it's absolutely pitch black out here right now, I'm instead going to head to Blaubeacre because we have a bit of a happiness issue with one of our workers out there, which isn't surprising. I have put a bunch of people up in a faraway outpost and I haven't really given them any amenities, so his happiness is slowly ticking down, as are quite a few other people. So I have to go probably spend one of my very few precious days out there making everyone happy, just so that we don't lose any of our farmers. That'd be an absolute tragedy. It's really, really creepy out here in the fog. So a bit of an interlude in the trench digging defense preparation episode while I go cheer some people up. And I'm not doing anything too fancy or complicated. I'm literally just throwing down a whole bunch of decorative birch and large gardens and a couple of those wooden altars so that they can sit down and have some leisure time at the beginning or the end of their shifts. So yeah, minimal effort, maximum reward. You know what also occurred to me is I don't have a woodcutter out here, so we are going to need to assign someone to woodcutting duty so that they can gather firewood. We'll do the same as we've done in the other outpost, where we just set a very, very minimum amount of wood to be cut, because I don't want this place to be completely deforested. I just want them to have enough to sustain themselves throughout the winter, you know, lighting the fireplaces, lighting the campfires, that sort of thing. Alright, that should do it. Probably. All day, all bloody day that took setting up those altars, trees and flower beds. It's now 9 o'clock at night and I have to run all the way home in case there's a blood moon, because I am not yet got those defenses in place. Once the defenses are in place, I will be happy to leave blood moons if they work. Big disclaimer, if they work. But it is 10 past 10, so I ran all this way for nothing, although I have found a cart in the Draugr field. Devs, can you please have the market workers take the carts back to the market at the end of their shifts? Thank you. Sincerely signed, everyone. I think I kind of lucked out. If I could just skip those like that. That was lucky. I didn't. Why didn't I think of doing that before? I don't. First time building a trench, you can't expect me to do it the most efficient, best way. Right out the gate. Oh, bloody heck. 2 days until the invasion. We're cutting it close. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine, but yeah, we are kind of down to the wire here. But this is looking great. Let's check our map again. Yep, so they're going to come up here. Now they're going to hit a trench and they're going to go here where I am right now. This is where I'm banking on it happening. This is where I assume the battle's going to take place. They could always branch this way too. So, you know, this is as well likely because we have the Eye of Odin, so they might shift this way just to go towards the eye. They might just go forward and hit the first thing they see. So we do need to prepare both of these areas. So the next thing I want to do, very exciting thing, is go over to here to our defenses. Let's go ahead and pop down. You guys are gonna like this. Something I've never built yet. The village gate. Gonna pop that down the right way round, I guess. Like so. right in between there. Haven't built one of those yet. Not in the game, right? Not in my tests I have. Let's tag you. And I also want to upgrade you to the plank wall. And we'll upgrade you to the plank wall. Just as they are kind of like likely candidates to get smacked on. And then here, something to do with these sticks and whatnot laying around. Defenses, we're definitely going to want to have ourselves a watchtower over here. And we'll start with the basic watchtower. Just to save on the refined wood, I don't know how much is in stock. I don't want to mess around with that too much. I just want all the refined wood focused on the wall upgrades, and we can just use all of this regular wood lying around for the watchtower. We'll upgrade it eventually at some point, of course, but yes, start with the basic, work your way up. And so I want to tag the walls first. They are priority. We'll tag that second. And like I said, we have probably a bunch of stuff here we could use. Not all of what we need, but a lot of it. Great. Okay, I'm going to go summon a villager, and my guys have already gotten to work on that, and that's the benefit of having a bunch of extra villagers now, is we got a bunch of extra workers that we didn't have at the start of the episode. Actually, before I go ahead and summon a villager, let's come over here to the other gate, the one that I actually expect to be attacked, and we'll do the same type of upgrades here. We'll do the gate and the 2 walls, one on either side. Then that way, I'm not going to forget and leave it to the last minute, which we all know would happen if I don't do it right away. No! I don't want a green thumb. I have so many. Stormforged Soggy Discomfort. I love it. We're getting Gertrude for the contradiction. Right, next up, what I want to do over here, I want to give you, see if you can do a quick task for some full iron helmets. You might be able to, you might not. We'll see. And I will take the Gambesons and I'll divvy them out tonight when everyone is on their workstations, you know, training. I don't think this is going to take a particularly long time. For some reason, I thought they took a heck of a lot more of the refined wood. It's actually quite, you know, tolerable. Especially considering we had both the logistics episode and we also followed that up a few episodes later by making that singular double carpentry workshop. So we should be having these up in less than a day. Because, yeah, we just have a massive, massive abundance of all this refined wood. Sounds like our warriors are working already. I want to make sure they both got themselves... They did! The reforged. And you are using the crude. Hang on, I'm going to steal that from you. You're going to complain. Actually, while I'm here, you can upgrade that. He should go collect at least one of those reforged ones. Oh, the gate has multiple stages. And I was trying to press E to open it. It's not even there. I'm trying to think of what I need to do. I need to finish off the walls, obviously, and give them spikes. I need to finish off the watchtower. And then I need to assign archers to the watchtowers here and on the other side of town. I need to make some flags, some patrol flags for our warriors and assign them to those. And then I also have to make sure our warriors are all equipped in the Gambesons that I'm holding. Have I renamed? I don't think I've renamed any of my towers. I'm pretty sure somebody's working in here. Yeah, because they're protecting against the whites. Is anyone working in here these days? Clara and Lasse. Yep. Okay, so that's... They can come over here. Do... What do you think? One on each, because we still don't know where they're coming from, do we? So assign worker, Clara. We have to go by alphabetical. Gertrude is here. Hello. Clara, where are you? There we go. I just thought of a really, really good idea, an emergency backup contingency plan. But for that, I need Jotunblood, and I just used all mine summoning villagers, so back to the large spire to farm some more. Oh, come on. I was trying to do something cinematic. Oh, my God. Editor Bucky, don't you dare cut that out. That was just so silly. I thought to myself, this is going to be a really nice shot. This game trolls me. It knows exactly how. Elia here looks really, really good. She has Thirsty Giant, so she's going to come with a larger health pool. And if one of those 3 hidden perks is a combat-related one, absolute gem of a defender. So yeah, we're going to go with her. You know what? I'm going to also upgrade you. Just you 2, I guess. Because I feel like... Actually, just you 3. We have time, probably. I feel we might get... you know, they might attack the gate. They might also pop around here and hit on a few of these. Hey, you're made of stone. You can go towards the spikes. Also, I think it's technically better to rip fences down before putting them back together, but again, I'm not like a min-maxer. I don't care about stuff like that. Invasion is barreling down upon us, relentlessly approaching, and we have a blizzard just to punctuate the impending sense of dread. It's really taken a turn in more ways than one. Hopefully I can get the rest of these builds done. I think I can. It really isn't a tall order. We have all of these resources in abundance. Great. Spikes are up on one of them. I didn't do it very efficiently. I could have chosen a much better one to put the spikes on. Oh well. Let's go grab some large stones. I think we're ready. 90 villagers. That's a tidy number to have. I'm still going to summon another villager, though. So, very last thing to do while my villagers finish off the last few pieces to build, I want to put down some patrol markers, and then we will assign our warriors to these. I'm going to have half of them at this gate, half of them at the other gate, and I want to put them on the inside of the walls this time, not on the outside, because the idea is we're going to try and bottleneck the enemies on that walkway just outside the gate, because they're not going to be able to go around the sides. We have a trench there, so they're all going to come and try and go through the gate across the walkway. They're all going to be coming 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3 at a time, you know, however wide they can fit on that narrow walkway. And my warriors and I, we're just going to be on the inside of the village, just having the time of our lives, taking them out like fish, stony skeleton fish in a barrel. All right, let's head inside and assign the remaining defenders to their posts, because today is the day. And of course, let's give them that 24-hour invasion schedule. Then open tasks, add patrol route. I renamed it. Which one is it? Southeast Gate Patrol. And I think you can do 0 hours is infinite, but I'm not going to test it tonight of all nights. So I'm just going to whack that up to 24 and be done with it. All right, schedule's done on both gate patrol flags. Now it's really just a waiting game. Going to sit down at the fire runestone a couple times, get some overlapping buffs that will last me, hopefully the rest of the day. And thank you very much for your spot. Sorry to kick you out, but I need it more than you, buddy. It is an absolutely gorgeous day here in New Asgard. You wouldn't think that we're preparing for war right now. It actually just looks really, really calm and peaceful. It's the calm before the storm, for sure. Ooh, I completely forgot to do something with that warehouse. The idea was to put a weapon rack and an arrow rack in there so I could have longbows and arrows nearby for my archers. Completely forgot to do that, so I'm going to head over to the workshop and grab whatever arrows we have and hand deliver them, because I don't want my archers losing 2 or 3 arrows before they run out. We've all been there. We've all seen them do it. Oh no, the invasion, the blood moon's here. I fired my one and only arrows. Like, dude, stock up beforehand. Be smart about this. Oh, bugger. Okay, time for my very last contingency backup. It's all gone to hell plan, or, you know, retaliation. So the bombs are exactly for what you think they're for. It's all gone to hell. Nothing else to do. Light them up and hope for the best. 20 arrows. He is mostly okay. So he can have my stack of 10. And you have 9. See? You are going into an invasion day with 9 bloody arrows. Unbelievable. It should be part of their routine. That first thing in the morning. Very first thing in the morning, they go and they pick up a whole bunch of arrows before they start their shift. Look at me, everyone. I'm remembering to sleep in the chieftain's hut. Aren't you proud? I just grabbed myself another fire buff. It's 3:30, just past 3:30 in the afternoon. And I'm going to hang out closer to where I think they're going to attack. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, if I'm looking right at the invasion portal right now, they're going to come down this hill. I'm pretty sure they're going to go to this gate here. It is the closest one. But I'm going to stay here. I'm going to have my trusty smoker horn of Gondor on me, ready to call my people here to the other gate. Or if they attack this gate, I'll try and sneak over there and grab those guys. Last year, we got the invasion around, I think it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. I don't really know what time they start, if it's consistent or not, but we're about to find out. It is time. Okay, time to see if this trench works. All the hard work, is it going to pay off, or is it going to blow up in my face? UI off. Beautiful sunset. Could be the last one. We'll find out. There they are. And so it begins. Ooh, they're going to the entrance I did not think they were going to go to. All right, let's head on over there. It's working. It's very clearly working. Let's get in position. No! What are you doing? Don't open the gate! Oh god. We're done. We are done. I swung my axe a few times. I thought a couple of wights were going to slip by, and I didn't want to deal with them sneaking in the open door. But that was 99% my warriors. Look at them. Look at this proud group of Vikings, these heroes of New Asgard. Absolutely impressed. The trench. How do I want to phrase this? It worked, and then it didn't work with the way the mechanics are, the combat mechanics. Look at all these bodies, by the way. It's going to take an entire episode to clean these up. Oh my goodness. Well, we can use, I'll just use a party for that. But yeah, the trench worked by funneling them. They came down here, they saw the trench, they had no way through. So the trench is a great way to get these enemies into one concentrated location. And once they are in a concentrated location, your warriors, your defenders, your archers, they will pursue them. The benefit then becomes, putting enough warriors in a position where, when you know where they're going for, you can call the rest and then just leave it up to them. But holy potato, what a battle! I barely swung my axe. I got shot. Oh, I got shot in the leg. I guess my adventuring days are over. Yeah. Where do I want to go for this? All right, everyone. That is the end of the episode. What an absolutely... I don't want to say surprising, but I am a little bit surprised how well that worked. Usually they would have attacked 5, 6, 7 different points of the wall. Our warriors would have been separated, trying to hunt them all down. They would have become surrounded. The trench, the wall, whichever way you want to do it. Build up, dig down, whichever way you want to do it. Absolutely fantastic. Hands down, the best defense mechanism there is. Just the ability to have all the mobs funnel into one location where you have a concentration of groups ready to meet them and then pursue them. You take the battle to them in a group. Brilliant. That was so much fun. I can't wait to continue building the trench over the course of the winter so that I can continue to have a completely hands-free blood moons. I'm able to sort of take my hands off the steering wheel. Fantastic. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and joining me on this adventure, on this invasion. I am going to turn in now for a well-deserved nap. If you've enjoyed your time here, then please consider grabbing a sub, dropping a like or leaving a comment, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheerio.